magic shows somebody does this trick, but it's a classic. I used to work for a magician who had this trick in his pocket just in case one of his big illusions went wrong. So.
This is 52 card pickup, isn't it?
Here it is right here, actually. Could you help me out?
Sure.
Okay, tell me your name again.
Jenna.
Hi, Jenna. Pleasure, I'm Dean. Pleasure. Jenna, stay right here. Jenna, this is an invisible deck of cards, all right? If I can get you to shuffle those cards up for me, please, all right? We'll take them out of the box first, Jenna. Sorry, my bad. All right, very good. All right, Jenna, shuffle those cards up for me. Mix them all up. And what I'd like you to do is I'm going to turn my head away, and I'd like you to take one card out of the deck, show it to the camera, show it to everyone else. Don't let me see it. Don't do it yet. All right. Turn it upside down and slide it back inside the deck. Okay, I'll look away so that I can't see your card.
Wow.
All right, everybody's got it. Don't say it out loud.
I'm putting it back in.
Please do, upside down.
Okay.
All right, and shuffle up all those cards so that your card is lost somewhere in the deck. There's no way that I could possibly find this. All right. Very good. She's pretty good at this. All right, very good. If you don't mind. Very good. Excellent. As you can see, all right, I'll do a couple of tricks. Thank you. No applause necessary. I get it. All right, very good. And I'm going to throw the cards in the air. When I do, I need you to just say the name of your card out loud when I throw the cards in the air. Are you ready? You thinking of the ace of spades right now? Okay, somebody is, right?
Let me, sorry.
Here we go. The count of three. Here we go. 1, 2, 3 days ago when I did this trick, the cards went everywhere. I need the box back.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this trick is complete with all the nasty, bad, magical comedy. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
9 of spades.
9 of spades. And you turn that card upside down on the deck.
Yes.
That was the only card you turned upside down. As you can see, it says right on there, invisible playing cards, right? 9 of spades. You don't want to change your mind.
No, that's the one I was thinking.
All right. Let's see. Let's see here. 9 of spades.
See those in the back of the room.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's probably not good. All right. 9 of spades. 1 card. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Oh boy.
1 card upside down on the deck. Let's take a look.
No.
9 of spades.
Unbelievable.
Thank you very much to the USBG Chicago. Thanks, guys. It's been an honor to be performing for you guys today.
Thank you.
There we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to start the show off with a live cold open of a bar trick. This is a wonderful bar trick that you can do behind the bar. Just takes a bill of any kind. This happens to be a $5 U.S. American bill with a little Abe Lincoln on there. And a beer bottle. So this is just a simple bar bet, a bar trick. You can actually win a cocktail from your friends at the bar by putting the beer bottle on top of the dollar bill, the $5 bill, whichever it is. The trick is here. Ask your friends to remove the bill from underneath the bottle without touching the bottle. They can't touch the bottle at all, and if they try to move, it wobbles the bottle. It gets pretty nerve-wracking. So that's the trick. And at the end of the show, I'm going to teach you exactly how to win a free cocktail with this trick. All right, I have invented a cocktail for us today, but just lost my little squeegee thing. Whoop, I'm back. Yes, I've invented a fun cocktail for us today. Today's show is a really great show. I've got an executive board member from the union, Bartenders Union 165, Las Vegas, joining us a little bit later on the show. Very good. But first, I am going to make myself a cocktail. I love making a cocktail with an egg white. Whoop. There we go. Want to make sure I didn't break the egg yolk. Oh, I did too. Shucks darn. Here we go. I brought two just in case. All right. There we go. Down the side of the shaker tin. Oh, I broke that one too. Look at me go. Yippity-doo-dah! Third time. Third time's a charm, but no egg to do it with. So I'm going to be very careful and strain just enough egg white into that cocktail. Here we go. Yep. All right. So, also on today's show, we have some great bar trivia. We have some great bar jokes coming up. So stick around. And not only that, a dear friend of mine, we've been bartending together for a long, long time, behind the bar. He lives in Vegas. Nick Houck is here to join us. There we go. Right on top. Woohoo! Here's our first cocktail of the day. It's called Give Me a Kiss. We'll teach you how to do that right after this.
Harry Johnson's new and improved Bartender's Manual, or How to Mix Drinks in the Present Style, was published in what year? Was it 1860, 1862, or 1882?
Here we go. Let me show you exactly how I made that cocktail today. Fumbling with my eggs just a wee tad. Beautiful. All right, I need a sip. Yeah, I just ran upstairs and got some more eggs. All right. First, I will chill my martini glass, my coupe glass, if you will. And let me show you how this works. Taking my egg, give it a good crack, and I hold my shaker tin on the side and let that egg go down the side of the shaker tin. And if you're careful, you don't break the egg yolk. By doing that, I can now strain just the egg yolk and not let the egg yellow. So I'm straining the egg white, pardon me. You don't let the egg yolk come in. And this is a little spring from a shaker, a protein shake, all right? And for that, I'm going to add my sweet and sour, lemon juice, simple syrup. Sorry, I'm a tiny bit out of breath. I was running up and down the stairs looking for my eggs. Now I like to shake these two together. I shake my non-alcoholic and my egg and get that really frothed up. Now I come in with my spirits. This is Pilar rum, bottled in the Keys, Key West. Some Italicus, half an ounce of Italicus, and we'll shake this up again, only this time with ice. Here we go. Like to shake it really hard. All right. And we'll strain it. And I'm sorry I don't have a fine strainer with me today. A tea strainer, which would make the foam that much stronger. that much heavier. But there it is. At the back end of this shaker tin is where all that foam is. So make sure you shake that out. Beautiful. And here's a really fun bar trick. I actually tried to present this when I was doing the Mad Mixologist videos. And I couldn't remember how to do it. Cocolero is a South American herbal spirit. And if I put the pour spout in the bowl of the spoon and all the way up to the glass, and I just touch the top of that foam as I slowly pour the Cocolero down, it goes all the way down the spoon and layers perfectly right underneath the foam. If we go to the side view of that, you'll be able to see there's a beautiful layer of green underneath there. I'm not sure if you can see it with the colors there. Allison, my beautiful lady Allison, is going to try to fool with the colors there and make it come in so you can try to see it. But we've got a great sweet and sour, a nice layer of the Cocolero, and then the nice, beautiful egg white foam right on top of that cocktail. Beautiful cocktail. We just invented it today. Coming back up to you. So cheers to all of you that are celebrating this weekend. This cocktail is called Give Me a Kiss.
Harry Johnson's New and Improved Bartender's Manual, or How to Mix Drinks in the Present Style, was published in the year 1882.
Right. It's fast. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Our guest this week. I've had the honor of working with this bartender as we travel around, going to all kinds of different bartending competitions around the world. We actually competed together. No, I didn't. I wasn't competing, but I was running an event for the Flair Food Network in Detroit, and he came up to that event, and he won the event back in the early 2000s, 2005 or so. He's a fabulous fair bartender, great heart, and he's also an executive board member of the Bartenders Union 165 in Las Vegas. He's been hanging out in Vegas for a few years now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Houck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Houck is joining us. He's in the green room right now. We're going to bring him live all the way from Las Vegas, Nevada. There he is.
What's up, everybody? How we doing?
Hey, we can hear you. You sound great. You look great.
Yeah, we good? All right.
All right.
Out here in Las Vegas, you can't take your mask off until you have a drink in front of you. So I'm going to take care of that right now.
Very good.
And crack a Budweiser. And,
Even when you're in the room all by yourself, you have to wear a mask, right?
Oh, we got a saying out here. Keep your mask on unless you're drinking, smoking. That's the only reason you take it off.
I agree with all of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Eating, drinking, smoking, or... Hey, what are you? Show me the pictures you've got behind you. Those are some great artwork you've got up on the wall there.
Yeah, so this is some Michael Goddard, like knockoffs with the whole olive thing over here.
Right.
These are like, the different martinis, mermaid martini, razzle dazzle martini.
I
love the martini you made. That sour, that looks beautiful.
Yeah, I just knocked it out. You know, I went over to my liquor cabinet and thought, what am I going to make today? And we jammed this thing together. Allison, my producer, has been working feverishly. So thank you, Allison. I just wanted to do that shout out. Nick, hey, how's things going in Vegas? You guys are slowly opening up, right?
Yeah, but we're getting there. We're really busy on the weekends, kind of slow during the week. We don't have any nightclubs open, but the bars are open now. So that's good. You can come out here and get, still get a nice quality cocktail at my bar or any bar out here.
All right. So as long as you're sitting at the bar, you're fine.
Though,
Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, so you have to be sitting at the bar. That's the kind of funky part. When you come to the bar, you have to sit down at the bar. Then you can take your mask off, and then you can have a good time. You can't just like walk up to the bar and get a cocktail right now here in Vegas. That just started maybe a couple weeks ago. We were shut down completely here for 3 months solid. Just where there were no bars, there were no nightclubs, no. The only thing you do is go to the grocery store and home. That was it. But Aria's now has been open for 4 months, so that's good. And
4 months you've been open. Good.
Numbers under control, and we're trying to get it going.
Right. So what did you do in between time? You were just quarantined. I guess you didn't take any other work.
Yeah, no. Collected unemployment and put on about 20 pounds. Probably like the rest of the country, I suppose. Yeah.
Right. I've been calling it COVID-19 because that's the amount of pounds you gain when you're in quarantine. Yeah.
I like to say I did something great, like learn Spanish, but my Spanish is still un poquito, not very good. So, my buddy Ariel's been helping me out with that.
Yes, yeah. Ariel was on the show last week. Aside from the technical difficulties, we had a great conversation, I thought.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
Really smart kid, hard worker. We got to get him on those cruise ships and try to get him off that island.
Right. Yeah. He's just a great representation. I think I brought it up last week of what I'm trying to do with Behind the Glass and the rest of my social media is to show bartenders how to have a great personality. There's a great personality right there, as I say it out loud. Doing some bar tricks or some flair or just making great cocktails, but having a little piece of everything. And Ariel is certainly studying all the aspects of the craft to become a real master barman. So I'm excited to watch him grow, and I'm hoping we can get him on a ship soon.
Yeah, no, totally. And you're right, Dean. You have to have the whole package really to make it in this business. This isn't a part-time job. You have to immerse yourself completely to be successful in this business. I know you've been in it for 30 years, and you've been very successful. And, I've been at it for going on 16 years. I've been in Vegas for 14 years. And you have to treat it as a profession. And that's why this COVID thing was kind of scary for a little while, just to see how fast it can be taken away from you. But people are ready to get back to the bars. And I think the food and beverage industry is going to bounce back sooner than any other industry. Right.
And how's Circa doing? A brand new hotel opening up on Las Vegas Strip. You said that was the first time in 20 years, or?
Yeah, so it's down on Fremont Street.
Fremont, yeah.
It's first ground-up casino since 1980, 42 years, 40-some years. And it is absolutely gorgeous. The guy named Derek Stevens out of Detroit, he owns the Golden Gate, and he also owns the D, which, they're all a big fan of Flair.
Yeah.
And he spent $1 billion on this place, and it is incredible. As soon as you get out here, that should be your first stop.
Right. I've seen a couple of pictures online, just a super, super long bar. What's the length of that?
It's 145 feet. It's the largest indoor bar in the state of Nevada.
Wow.
And they hired probably about 28 Flair bartenders, and I'm sure you know all of them. They hired Franchise. They hired Scott Kristen. They hired Drago. They hired Sebastian Cow. They hired Martine. They hired Spider. They hired everybody.
I need that list. I need that list so that I can put them all on my show here. We need to have every single one of them here on Behind the Glass. Get them to look me up for sure. I may not be following all of them as I
should. The first Vegas bartender you had on the show.
You are the first Vegas bartender. That'll be a trivia question one day.
Yeah. No, very cool.
So Nick, you were going to show us a trick today. I was hoping you could share some of your strength. I hear you've been working out over COVID.
So yeah, you want to trick. Now, there's no flair trick I can show your guests that you can't show them yourself. But I do have a bar trick, and it's I can rip a phone book in half. And
you can rip a phone book in half. That's just your sheer strength, right?
Yes, pure strength. There's no tricks here. It's just you put on this yellow vest, and you gain the superpower strength to rip a phone book in half.
Maybe it's just glasses.
The hardest part of this trick, though, of course, is actually acquiring a phone book.
This must have been a much better trick back in 1980, right?
Exactly. Back then it was easy. But thanks to my friends April Trevorno and Anthony Armies, I was able to acquire one.
Woo! Shout outs.
Yes.
Gonna do some stretching and stretch your muscles out, get yourself ready.
COVID-19 going on, so you got but you just kind of step back here so you guys can kind of see.
Oh, you're actually gonna do this, aren't you?
It's not torn. It's not prefixed. Not set up.
Whoa!
Wow.
That's pretty impressive, Nick Houck.
The reason why it's so hard to find a phone book these days is because I can rip them all in half.
That's why they call you Knockout Nick, right?
That'd be one of the reasons. But real quick, I have this joke I wanted to give everybody, and I forgot to give it. I have a question for all of you mind readers out there.
Oh, the hypnosis. Mind reader.
That's the question.
Mentalism.
So, would anybody like to know how to rip a phone book in half?
Well, do you have the mentalism joke?
No. Well, if you didn't get the joke, you must not be a mind reader.
Oh. I was too busy
I have a question
talking.
for all you mind readers. But never mind. That didn't go over. I
get it.
I was too busy talking. I'm so sorry.
What's up, Dwayne? We got some people here in the comments. Give some
Oh,
shout-outs.
cool. I'm glad you can see the comments.
Yeah.
That's
What's up, Maggie?
that's Rob Husted.
What's up, Rob? Rosemary, yeah, cool. But yeah. So, do you want me to show everybody how that trick works?
Yeah, if you want to share with all of us how exactly to rip a phone book in half, I'd be thrilled to know myself. That's a trick I don't know yet.
So, this is a little thicker one, so this one will probably be a little harder. But the idea is that you fold it in half, such a way, and then you pinch it, and you start spreading out the pages.
All right.
Into one by one, like an accordion. So that when you start to tear, you're not ripping the whole book at one time. You're actually ripping maybe 10 or 12 pages at a time, but in a row. It goes through the whole book. So when you see those strong men,
We're gonna try to zoom in on you here, so hold steady.
okay, yeah. If you could zoom in, that would be better.
Yeah, Allison's working the booth.
Perfect. Yeah, so if you can kind of see that vein, what I did is I kind of spread them apart.
Yeah.
See, it's already starting to tear. You see, that's already starting to tear.
Wow.
You spread the pages apart one by one like that, and then once it goes, it just goes.
Oh my goodness.
And then there it is.
Easy.
That's crazy.
So it really is. I tell a lot of people, I do believe there's magic in the world, but at the end of the day, a lot of the magic really is just knowing the trick, and then practicing the trick.
Truth.
And this might be a dying art again because phone books are disappearing 2 by 2 at my house right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to ask somebody for their cell phone to rip it in half, right?
Huh.
Well, now I can only give you half a phone number out of these books.
Right. Wow, that's kind of impressive. I really, really like that. I'm going to have to, because every time I get a phone book delivered, I'm like, well, what am I going to do with this thing? And I end up throwing it out. Or using it for kindling.
To me, I'll rip it in half for it and I'll send you both halves back.
Yeah, I need a new one. This one got ripped in half. So, Nick, you came all the way in from Ohio. You spent 2 years bartending in Ohio. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. I started working at a bowling alley in Ohio, 2004. So looking back on it, probably still the best days of my life working there. And then from there, I went to Kahunaville up there at Kalahari, opened up Kalahari.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that, right? I was up there.
Yeah, you were with
Three Hannahs.
Yeah.
Josh
Right.
Walters.
I remember when you were working there. I came to visit you a couple of times because I used to
Yeah.
go there with my family once a year.
And then I believe after I moved to Vegas, Colin put a comp together and you DJ'd it or you MC'd it.
MC'd it, yeah. I used to MC a lot of competitions out there.
Yeah.
I guess I was cheaper than JD. I was free because people were supporting the Flair bottle, right? So it became a sponsor thing. So what drew you from small town Ohio to Vegas?
Have you ever been to Akron, Ohio?
Yeah. How do you make the transition, or what was the transition like? Clearly, you left small town to see the big lights of Vegas, and I know Vegas was just kind of it was fishing for any Flair bartender it could at the time. So how was that transition?
I used to be a landscaper. That was what I did, and I went to Vegas in 2002. And I fell in love with the place. That was the farthest away from home I'd ever been. And I really liked that feeling. And I thought to myself, how can I get out here? And I knew I wouldn't be a landscaper in Vegas. And I was dating a bartender, and I was like, she makes good money. I could get into this. And right away, I started doing flair. And then I realized that I could get a job in Vegas if I could be a good flair bartender. I could skip being a bar back. Otherwise, you have to come out here with the union, and you have to be bar back for so many years until you get a shift. And I was doing the competitions, like and I came out here to do Nations 2006.
Right.
And I was still an amateur, but I made the finals as an amateur. And I took 4th place, and I got a job offer from the Rio. And 3 months
So that
later,
job offer took you straight to the bar as opposed to having a bar back.
Correct. But there was one caveat to that was I had to be able to get my level 3, and I had to pass the bartenders union class within a year to be able to stay a bartender.
Right.
I'm not everybody's real familiar with the level tests out here, but
yeah, we'd love to hear about it.
They test your speed, they test your ability to free pour, your working flair, your exhibition flair, and you have to score 850 points out of 1,000 to be considered a level 3. So it's like a pour test, 8 pours, and you have to flair a little bit during the pour. They have a speed test. We have to make 6 drinks, as fast as you can, doing flair. And then they have a working flair where you have to make, I forget exactly what the drinks were, but you have to complete certain, like behind the back, a double, like certain required moves. And then they have an exhibition round, which is you can just go all out. The biggest penalty in all that, though, is drops. It's like 10 points of drop. So you don't want to drop. You want to be as clean as you can.
Right.
It took me 3 times to get my level 3.
3 tries.
3 tries, yeah.
Right, and how much time do you spend practicing and preparing for such a thing?
Man, back then, I lived in the garage back then.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. You just practice, work, get off, drink a little bit, and you get back in the garage. In 2006, you probably remember out here, Flair was just rocking. That's when all the competitions were going on.
Rocking.
People moving here from all the world. And
yeah, I think it started in 03 or 04 with the Voodoo Lounge, and then every single bar was just pulling in all kinds of Flair guys. I had a young family at the time. I was looking at offers in Vegas, but I just couldn't pull that off because my young family. And and then there was the Twin Towers incident as well. Put a stop to all the immigrants coming in from Canada trying to take bar jobs. So that stopped a few of my good friends that actually had jobs down there. So
you would have been great. You would have been great. Well, yeah, one time did Chuck McIntosh get exiled from the United States?
Yeah, that was a totally different reason though. From what I understand with Chuck Mack is he was doing he had training DVDs that he was selling around the world, and his bottle slinger DVDs. If you can find them, they're a racket. So much fun to watch. But I think he got caught at the border with a box of those that he was going to sell. And the border guys just went nuts on him and exiled him from the U.S. for however many years.
I think they tried to say like he was smuggling or something.
Yeah, which was kind of funny because there was a time that may or may not have happened where I was sitting in the back of a van full of Flair bottles driving down to Florida once, and they just checked our passports and said, "Have a good day, guys," and off we went. So, yeah, I may have suffered the same fate if the story I was telling was true.
You'd have been great out here in Vegas, Dean. You know, in fact, I want to bring up. I remember one of the first videos I watched that really got me going was the first King of the Ring that I know you made the finals on.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, that was I made the finals, and you know, I look back on that, and the very first round, there was 3 rounds in King of the Ring. My first round got me through. My second round was okay, and then my third round, I was just trying to pull something together. And if I'd have gone back and redone my first round, because that's the one that I've been practicing, I should have done that for the finals. But that was at Carnival Court, and we were on the big stage, and that was awesome. That was back in the Flair Devil days. Christian Delpesh,
Yeah, I got
and all those
to
guys.
get on that stage once, and it was Carnival Court. It's awesome with the stage that spun around. That was the coolest.
Yeah, those guys were breaking it. They were just breaking the mold. They were just trying to do things different. They changed the scoring to be more like figure skating scoring at the time as well. I remember some of that. Pretty fabulous times back then. You've invented some products too. Can you tell us about the product you invented?
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. So I invented, and my friend Marco as well, co-inventor, we invented the flash pour spout about 5 years ago. And we went through, we came up with the idea, and then we went through finding a manufacturer in Anaheim, California. They could contact people in China to actually turn this thing into reality. You know, you have an idea, and we actually turn it into a working product.
Cool.
It's pretty wild, the process, and expensive as well. And then I spent a couple of years getting it patented. So I actually now have a patent on this thing.
You have the patent.
I have a patent. I should go grab it. I have a patent with my name on it. It's one of the coolest things I own.
How much does a patent cost? Is it just a U.S. patent, or?
Yeah, it's just a U.S. patent I have. Yeah, and it cost me close to $6,000 with all the with all the lawyers. And the lawyers love to get you going back and forth. You know what I mean? And I've been told I got off easy for $6,000 to tell you the truth.
Right. I've heard stories.
I have almost $35,000 wrapped up in the manufacturing and the molding and all that of this.
Well, show us how it works.
I have 8,000 of them for sale in my garage right now.
So you want to? Where do we buy one then? Where do we buy a flash pour? We got to get rid of those.
I still have flashport.com. If you check it out, or you guys can PM me on here. I'm very responsive. I talk to everybody. I'll show you how it works real quick.
Yeah.
Basically, what it does is it's a pour spout based on the flow rate of a 285/50, which you guys are all familiar with.
Right. It's a metal pour.
Yeah, like a metal pour spout. Yeah. When you invert it, it flashes at the perfect bartender's count, which happens to be 0.04 seconds. Every flash indicates a quarter ounce. So I don't have my table set up the best. Actually,
well, hold that. Yeah, please.
Angle that down a little bit. There we go. Cool. Perfect.
So 0.4. What was the time?
I'm sorry, what?
What was the time for every quarter ounce?
0.4.
0.4 seconds
Yes.
for every quarter ounce.
I'm gonna pour a 2 ounce. I have a 2 ounce jigger here. I'm gonna pour it in the glass, pour it in the jigger, show how accurate we are. Hopefully you guys can see the flashes there on the camera. I'm gonna angle it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you guys see the flashes?
Yes, yeah. Very clear.
All right, cool. So now here, I'm gonna pour it into the 2 ounce jigger, right to the meniscus.
Wow,
that's amazing. So it's kind of bubbling up over top of the jigger.
This one's pretty flat because the thing with even though the count works great, there's a little bit of human error. So it would definitely be in the meniscus of a pour test.
Right. That's awesome. And so you can pour a quarter ounce, you can pour a half ounce, you can pour anything. You just count them.
Anything. If you can count, you can pour a perfect anything. And what's nice about it is it's a great training device. To learn the count, and also your manager can keep an eye on you from across the bar on camera to make sure that your bartenders are going correctly.
Right, because the manager can
Pour
count
myself 1, 2, 3, 4. Pour myself a little ounce there. Cheers.
it. Perfect ounce. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. And sales are going well, I hope. I'm sure they're down over COVID.
Yeah, it's one of those things, Dean. Like, I know you've invented things, and it's wild how, like, I don't know, it's like a marathon, right? When you start something and you're super excited about it, and then sometimes you just get less excited and other excited. I need to get back on this, working on it, really.
Right. Well, yeah, certainly wait until all the rest of the world's bars reopen. And it's probably
I have
time for.
I have ideas of coming up with the European version, because they obviously have a slightly different count than we do.
Right.
And honestly, there's more places use metric than we do, than use standard.
Yeah, like every other country in the world.
Everybody.
Yeah, literally. And I thought about coming up also with one for wine bottles that maybe it just flashed every ounce instead of every quarter ounce. That way you could pour 2 ounces of wine for like tastings or.
Right, or your 5 ounces if you just count to 5 and that's a 5-ounce pour of wine. I think you've got something there too.
Yeah, I think that's another good one. And everybody likes to have, and it also, I would say, it even kind of would aerate the wine a little bit. Point it like that,
Yeah. If you've got the air going in from the vent on the pour spout, it would aerate the wine, right?
So my new diabolical idea, as well, though, is being COVID and whatnot. Is I need to convince people that jiggers are unsanitary and dirty.
Oh. And they totally are, right?
They totally are.
Because you're pouring these liquids in and sugars in that could attract the dust and other particles.
Finger it up, but this is nice and this is safe and secure and sanitary. You can save the world one flash pour at a time.
Beautiful. I love it. Nick, we're gonna put all your contact information up on the screen, but I am gonna tell a joke first. If I can do my joke now, so bear with us, Nick. Don't go anywhere. You just gotta have to bear through this horrible joke.
And now, Bad Bar Jokes with Dean Serneels.
A bear walks into a bar and asks for a beer. The bartender says, "We don't serve beers to bears in this bar." The bear says, "Give me a beer or I'm going to eat that woman over there." "Go ahead, see if I care. Rules are rules," the bartender says. The bear proceeds to eat the woman, comes back and asks for a beer. The bartender says, "We don't serve bears on drugs in here." "What are you talking about?" the bear growls. "I'm not on drugs." "Yes, you are," the bartender says. "That was the barbiturate."
This has been Bad Bar Jokes with Dean Serneels.
Could you hear that?
That was great.
That was the barbiturate. Yes. Allison and I had a lot of fun. That's my fireplace upstairs, and I got all dressed up and tried to have a little fun with that. So, Nick, tell us where we're going to find you on the internet. Where are we going to find some flash pours? I think I need to order some myself, and don't send me free ones. Let me order them and pay for them like a real human. All right?
Yeah. So I got flashpour.com. Nick Houck just on Facebook, but I also do a YouTube channel myself. It's Nick Houck, where I do my travel videos, and I also do like kind of these little sketches. I only have about 267 subscribers right now, but I'm trying to build that up. And other than that, you can find me at Aria. If you're ever in Vegas, again, anyone watching, send me a PM through Facebook, and I'll tell you where I'm at working at Aria. And you come swing by, I'll buy you a drink.
Try it and turn it off. Yeah, what bar on, there you are, we've got all your information here on the screen.
So I used to work at the Alibi Bar at Aria, which is like a nightclub bar, and I was at the lobby bar for 4 years, and then I got a new shift at the Alibi Bar, which was amazing, for 3 weeks, and then we shut the whole goddamn city down. So now I bounce around everywhere every week because we don't have set schedules yet because we're still working on getting everything back open. So, just kind of rolling with the punches right now. But I am working 5 days a week now, so that's doing better than a lot of people. So I'm happy.
Yeah, count your blessings at 5 days a week for sure.
Yeah.
I've been very blessed where I'm at, and I'm quite happy and I'm quite thrilled. And like I said, blessed. So 5 days a week. And did you guys lose a lot of bartenders over COVID, I guess, or?
Well, so, we had 90 guys, and after they shut down, we're only back to 50%. So some of the restaurants didn't open back up. So basically, some of the strips haven't come back. We've only got 40 people back full time.
Right.
And I'm number like 48. So that's why I'm kind of bouncing around right now, We've had some bartenders get sick. I got a friend right now that they caught it bartending across the way, and we're still dealing with that whole thing out here. And we're just hoping that we keep moving forward through the wintertime. And we're doing. We wear the mask at work. We sanitize all the seats when people get up.
Right.
Everybody has to wear the mask. So we're doing everything we can to put the protocols in place to make it as safe as it can be.
Wonderful. Well, I know Rob Husted was just out in Vegas. He's going to be a guest on the show in the next couple of weeks here. So people are starting to travel out there, and I think it's time that I grabbed Allison and took her on a trip to Vegas. Yeah. So Nick, we'll come out and see you.
I don't remember the last time you were here, but I remember one of the not too long ago you came out and me and Melissa drove you around. We took you downtown and we hit a couple spots. It was a good time. Yeah,
and I greatly appreciate all that. There's nothing like traveling around Vegas with a bartender. You just climb into a bartender's car and off you go. So thank you very much, Nick. We got to wrap up. We're doing bartender trivia, bar trivia, or just trivia. We're not sure yet. DNA Trivia is coming up at 10 o'clock here on Facebook and maybe YouTube. I don't even know. We're making this stuff up as we go. Nick, thank you very much for your help on the show today. Thank you for everything that you have done for Ariel down in Cuba. I know you bring him stuff. Next time I come to Vegas, I'm actually going to bring you a bunch of DVDs that you can take to Ariel for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
As soon as this travel stuff lets up, Cuba's going to be one of my first stops.
We might have to see him on a cruise ship, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Or if they open up travel again, Havana's a beautiful place. You'd love it down there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll get down there too. So, ladies and gentlemen, Nick Houck. Nick, thank you very, very much. We'll have you back on the show in the new year. Okay.
Sounds good, Dean. Thank you, Allison, and I'm gonna stick around for the trivia.
All right, yeah, well, I would love to have you on the trivia. Beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. We'll see you soon.
Brother, be good. Peace out.
Cheers, man.
Flashport. Cheers.
Flashport.com. That's the flashport.com. Make sure you check that out. Great tool, especially nowadays as we're getting rolling back in after COVID. We're starting to get bars and restaurants rolling again. The flash pour is perfect to help train your bartenders to free pour. So where are we on my trick here? All right, the bar trick to wrap up our episode here of Behind the Glass. The dollar, the bill on the bar. There's a $5 bill. The idea is the bottle on top. All right, and you have to ask your guest. Bar tricks, money-making tricks. You set them up at the bar, and then you can run off to service bar. You can go serve some other guests. All the while, you're still entertaining this small group of people here. So the idea here is that we start rolling the bill. Can we go to the close-up on this? Allison's going. She's playing along. All right. Here we go. Oh, she found a different way to do the close-up. Cool. Okay, I'll turn it sideways. Here we go.
Oh, wait, you want me to do the side?
Yeah, just the side cam.
There we go.
There it is. Oh, that's perfect. Here we go. Bill under the... Oh, look at that. I just touched it and it started to fall over. Here we go. We're going to roll this bill up. All right. Just like so. and slowly move the bottle off the bill without touching the bottle. I'm only touching the bill. And off it goes all the way. All right. Ta-cha! That's the bar trick. That's how you're going to make yourself a cocktail. Free drinks at the bar if you know some of these great bar tricks. Oh, look at that. I got a phone call. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I got to run. We'll see you at 10 o'clock with DNA Trivia, Dean and Allison's Trivia. We look forward to seeing you there. Thanks for joining us. Thank you, Nick Houck. And we'll see you at the Aria Bar when we get to Vegas very soon. Thanks, guys. Are out there and sharing the experience with us. This is DNA Trivia Night. It's Sunday night, 10 o'clock. Thanks for joining us. We just had a really fabulous interview with Nick Houck. He's an executive board member of the Bartenders Union 165 out in Las Vegas. Super great guy. We had a great conversation, and he taught us how to rip a phone book in half. So if you want to learn how to rip a phone book in half, join us on YouTube. You'll be able to see this on YouTube. We'll be playing it back. He teaches you how to rip a phone book in half. The biggest challenge, apparently, in ripping a phone book in half is finding a phone book. So, we've got some comments rolling in already. I think I heard a little ding-dong thing. Allison is here with us today as well. She's working the switcher and making everything come to life for us back there. So true story is she's like, hey, is everything ready today? Can I just come in after dinner and we're ready? And I said, yeah, sure. Yeah, everything's ready. And she got here and she's like, everything's not ready, Dean. You didn't make everything ready. So she's been feverishly programming for us. So she deserves a cocktail. So if you don't mind, I am going to make her a cocktail, the same cocktail that I made for Nick just a minute ago, or for our Behind the Glass episode. Right here. So she deserves a well-made, well-prepared cocktail. We've got bartender trivia again this week. Yes, we are going back to doing bar trivia. Boom. Special thanks to Cheryl Charming's questions. Cheryl sent me questions that she made up for an app that she was involved in years ago. And there we go. Dropping those egg yolks. Here's my shaker tin. Yep. All right. Just going to strain the whites out. Beautiful. So I can get a nice frothy cocktail for this drink that we've invented for Allison. Look at the lots of froth in there. It's a little white. Very good. And if only I had a flash pour with me. The beautiful flash pour that Nick Houck invented. Perfectly measures. Then flashes a little light on. Here we go. We're going to shake this up. Here we go. Thank you.
Sorry.
All right. Very good. Look, I'm going to pour that in there just so you can see the froth. That when I use that little spring, the spring comes with the shaker protein shakes. All right. So what I do is I like to shake the drink with the protein shaker and the non-alcoholic ingredients, and then I come in with the alcoholic ingredients. This is my first one here. Pilar rum. It's Pilar's blonde rum. 7 years. Pardon me. And I have some Italicus. Italicus. Beautiful. And I also have a little Cocalero that I'm going to be adding to the cocktail afterwards. Here we go. I hope you guys are making a cocktail. I hope you're getting ready for bartender trivia. There we go. Got some great bartender questions. We're going back to bartender trivia because but we're still doing it in the same style as Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So we're still giving point values or dollar values to the questions. Allison will have a team. I will have a team. So you have to be in the comments. If you are in the comments, there's Nick Houck right there in the comments. Allison will apply you to a team, and you'll be on my team or Allison's team. That's how it works. But we know the answers this week, which is different than last week. All right? Can we see Allison? Is she going to come up on the screen? There she is, the beautiful Allison. All right. So Allison's fixing that while I put a little Cocalero on top of these cocktails. There we go. That's the green screen thing.
I know, I'm trying to get it off. It won't. It won't disappear.
You just unclick and scroll up.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
Oh, it's because it's locked.
It's locked. It's locked. There she is. Look how beautiful she is. That's my beautiful girlfriend. I adore her. And look, she's going to smile in a second as I deliver this drink to her. I need to take mine because we like to cheers our drinks.
Thank you.
Here we go. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Ah, yes, I'm smiling.
Bubba's out there. Big smiles for Allison. Thank you very much. Allison is struggling through our programming today. A couple of programming misfires thanks to yours truly. So cheers, Allison. This drink is called Give Me a Kiss and is dedicated to you. All right. Allison, do you have some questions ready for these guys?
I sure do.
Who would like to be on a team? So here's the other thing. I don't have my glasses, so I can't read the screen today. So I can't read what's going on when Allison drags a question or a comment on the screen. All right?
Well, Nick was on my team last week, so we can put him on your team.
I would love to have Nick.
Week.
Nick Houck goes on my team. Beautiful. This is bar questions, and he's like the executive board member of the Union 165 Bartenders Union, Las Vegas.
Rob, is Rob going to play?
Rob Husted, you're playing.
All right, you're playing.
Rob Husted's going to be on Allison's team. Watch out. Rob's a charmer, you know.
Oh, boy.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
And we have a Joe and a Bubba.
Bubba's a great bartender. I can't see who Joe is.
We have Bar Wars.
Bar Wars is Rob Husted.
Oh, okay.
So he's coming in with two different, he's following on two different ways. That's great. Bubba's an old Flair bartender guy too. We haven't seen Bubba in a while. I think he's still down in Florida. I hope so, Bubba. Or wherever you are. Thanks for joining us today. I'd love to have you guys on the show. Here we go. We got more and more people popping in.
Ariel Alfonso Tres is here.
Ariel Tres is here.
All right, so who's getting Bubba? You want Bubba?
I'll take Bubba. You take Ariel.
All right.
Very good. We're going to put Ariel and Nick against each other because I know that they're dear friends.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Should we do that?
I was thinking of having like the stacked team, but you know what? Nick and Rob are going to have similar knowledge. Bubba's a smart dude. Ariel's a smart dude. I think they're all great options.
Right. Hard to choose what kind of...
Actually, Ariel has just been, he's been studying more than the other guys have because they're veterans. So the knowledge is probably sharper on Ariel, I think. So cool. Let's play along with these guys and see how it goes, huh?
All right.
Guys, are you ready? So you have to drop your comments on the screen, and you need to say final answer. If you know the answer, drop the answer and say final answer, and then we can't turn away as soon as you say final answer. All right?
Nick said split us up, so he's all for it.
Oh, all right. Nick wants to be split up. Good. Well, we already did. So here we go. You guys ready? Allison, are you ready to do that?
I am. Here we go.
All right. Question number 1.
It's you.
All right. Question number 1.
Oh, John is here.
Hey, John, what's going on, man?
All right. We're putting John on your team.
What's John's last name?
John Kao?
John Kao. All
I apologize if I pronounced that incorrectly.
right. So now we have to put another. All right, we've got 3 members of each team, and we're going to keep it just at 4 members with us included. Well, actually, you know what? I don't know what Allison's questions are, and she doesn't know what mine are. So that makes us fair game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we need one more member for Allison's team to make it fair. Rob, Ariel, Allison.
It's okay. We can go on.
All right, I will refrain from answering. So you guys have 3 and we have 3. All right, here we go.
I didn't think I was answering. I'm not answering that.
Well, you don't know my questions.
You don't know my question.
Well, exactly. So we can answer.
Ah.
But then again, I probably have the bar knowledge that you don't have.
I was going to say, you kind of have an advantage. Well, everyone does.
Right.
I have faith in my team.
Great faith. Kim Kyle's here too. I saw Kim Kyle. All right, here's the first question, guys. We're ready to roll. What is the original name of the Bloody Mary? Started in France, moved to the United States. In France, it was named this, and then came to the United States. What was the original name of the Bloody Mary? Was it the Bloody Maria? Was it the Red Snapper? Or was it the Bloody Queen? The original name of the Bloody Mary. Rob and Ariel are the only ones that are allowed to answer. Rob, Ariel, and Allison, of course. Nick, Bubba, John, if you haven't seen the show before, you are not allowed to answer until Allison asks a question. All right? So don't give it away because people can see it. Good stuff.
I'm going to guess Bloody Maria, but I don't know what I'm talking about.
Allison's guess is Bloody Maria. Bloody Mary started in France. Harry's, the New York bar. I can't remember the name of the bar. I'm glad that wasn't the question. What's Rob got to say?
Red Snapper.
Rob says the Red Snapper. If you're positive, Rob, say final answer.
Repeat again.
The question is, what is the original name of the Bloody Mary? The vodka and tomato-based cocktail, the Bloody Mary, the original name of it was the Bloody Maria, Red Snapper, or the Bloody Queen?
Bloody Maria is with tequila. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bloody Maria is with tequila. That's live now, so they've eliminated that.
Oh, final answer, Rob said.
The Red Snapper is absolutely correct. Yay! Well done, guys. And no Googling, Bubba and John. Rob, no Googling.
Woohoo!
All right, good job, guys. Here we go. Allison has a question for us.
All right. Who was on the Absolute Vegas ad made for Absolute's 20th anniversary series ad campaign in 2000? Jerry Lewis, Frank Sinatra, or Celine Dion?
The Absolute ad in 2000, you said?
Who was on the Absolute Vegas ad made for Absolute's 20th anniversary in 2000?
The year 2000, who was in the Absolute ad that ran in Las Vegas? I'm going to go with fellow Canadian Celine Dion myself. Let's
Bubba
see what.
says Frank Sinatra.
All right.
Oh, and Bubba said final answer.
Oh, Bubba said final answer, so we can't step any further.
Nope. Oh, Nick said Sinatra as well.
All right.
That is incorrect. It was Jerry Lewis.
It was Jerry Lewis. Oh!
Oh!
Jerry Lewis?
Too bad.
Like Jerry Lee Lewis.
It just says Jerry Lewis.
As in like the piano guy.
Oh, yeah, Jerry Lewis.
Yeah, Jerry Lewis.
The Balls
Yeah.
of Fire dude.
As opposed to the comedian,
Great Balls of Fire.
the different Jerry Lewis. I'm getting him confused.
Wait, no. The Balls of Fire dude was Jerry Lee Lewis.
Right.
Jerry Lewis was
The comedian with Dean Martin.
or was he a ball player?
I'm getting it all confused. I'm getting my old comedians and old musicians mixed up.
Aw, Bubba said doggone it.
All right. Well, we got one down. Here we go. Allison's turn. Allison's team, Rob and Ariel. Are you ready?
Your team members are a little frustrated.
That's all right. We're good. All right.
I know the feeling. Oh, wait, no, I don't. I always win trivia.
Allison has won trivia by one question every single time we've done it. And now we're one question behind.
And I'm terrible at trivia.
In 1939, Southern Comfort, otherwise known as SoCo, and cranberry juice became known as what cocktail? 1939 cocktail, Southern Comfort, cranberry juice. Was it known as the Gone with the Wind, the Scarlet O'Hara, or the Rhett Butler? 1939 Southern Comfort and cranberry juice as a cocktail became known as Gone with the Wind, Scarlet O'Hara, or Rhett Butler.
I'm going to guess Scarlett O'Hara, but just because she had beautiful gowns.
She did have beautiful gowns and a horrible attitude. What a lovely girl.
Yeah.
She was a brat.
She was spoiled, rotten.
Spoiled. She got a pony. No, she gave a pony. Their daughter got a pony. Her daughter died on the pony.
Oh, yeah, she fell off to it.
It was bad. Yeah.
Did she die or did she just break her something?
I don't know.
I don't think
She might have died. That was like a sad movie.
guessing so. That was a tragic movie.
All right, Rob, Ariel, bring us an answer, sirs.
Rob is guessing Scarlett O'Hara as well.
All right.
Ariel said a cosmopolitan. Oh, and then he said no idea. No.
The cocktail was named in 1939.
I guess we'll go with Scarlett O'Hara. Final answer.
Well done. Scarlett O'Hara is the exact answer. Southern Comfort and Cranberry Juice, 1939, the Scarlett O'Hara.
Yippee!
All right. Nick, Bubba, John, here we go. Allison is going to bring us a question now.
All right.
She's got all the hard work, eh? I just stand here and I just drink a drink and stuff.
What famed digital artist / painter did Absolute Vodka hire to create a large billboard on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood where it remained for over 2 years? Was it Bill Barminski, Misha Klein, or Andy Warhol?
That's a tough question.
Yes, it is.
That's a tough question. Good call. Good call. So it was a Hollywood Boulevard.
What famed digital artist or painter / painter did Absolute hire to create a large billboard on Sunset Boulevard where it remained for 2 years?
All right.
Bill Barminski, Misha Klein, or Andy Warhol?
Got it. Andy Warhol has done a lot of work with Absolute, but I don't know if it was that year. Nick, Bubba, John, time for you to type in, jump in.
Bubba wants to know where I'm getting the questions from.
We are sourcing all the questions today from Miss Cheryl Charming. She helped us out. These questions were actually written for an app that Cheryl was involved in 8 or 10 years ago, and everything was going well. You could have downloaded this app, and then the owners of the app apparently separated, and the business closed, and they took the app with them. So poor Cheryl did all this hard work and got left with no app. So she sent the questions to us so that we could bring them back to life. Thank you, Cheryl. I hope you're out there somewhere. I know Cheryl's trying to find us. She's having a difficult time finding us on the internet. So we're going to try to fix that as we go as well.
Nick asked to repeat.
Repeating the question. Nick, here it comes.
All right. What famed digital artist / painter did Absolute Vodka hire to create a large billboard on the Sunset Strip in Hollywood, where it remained for over 2 years? Bill Barminski, Misha Klein, or Andy Warhol?
There's Luis Ortiz. I can't read them. No more Vegas.
They're having a conversation about hair.
Oh, are they? Well, there's something you can voice in on. Allison is the finest stylist I've ever met. Next to my mom, of course.
Of course.
You know, Rose might be out there looking for a plug. All right, Bubba, you got an answer?
Warhol from Nick, Warhol from Bubba.
I got 2 Warhols.
Is that your final answer?
Bringing it, boys.
Anybody?
I'm refraining from answering because I can actually see the answer on my screen.
Oh, I need to move that down.
Yeah. Are you guys going with Warhol? Just want to keep it fair.
Final.
Final. They're going with Warhol.
Tick tock. It was Warhol in digital medium. Wait a minute, he's not playing. They said final answer. That is incorrect.
Ooh! Ow!
It's Bill Barminski.
Bill Barminski, famous digital artist Bill Barminski.
John, if only you had been a little bit earlier.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if Warhol was doing any digital work.
Yeah, I know. Digital was the key word there.
Right. All right, we're down 2.
Hey, Bubba said not fair. Do we need to pull another question?
Why is it not fair? I don't know what was not fair about that.
I just want to make sure it's fair, though. I don't want anybody to feel slighted.
I think it was perfectly fair. All right, here's your question. Rob and Ariel, here we go. Bacardi was a Cuban rum until around the 1860s. They then moved the distillery to, was it Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or the Virgin Islands?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Bacardi was originally a Cuban rum until around the 1860s. They then moved the distillery to, was it Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or the Virgin Islands?
What were the choices again?
Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or the Virgin Islands?
Puerto Rico. Oh, final answer.
Ariel says Puerto Rico. Final answer. Ariel lives in Cuba. Ariel should certainly know this. Absolutely. The Bacardi's distillery started in 1862 and moved in the 1860s to Puerto Rico.
Yeah!
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Ariel.
All right.
Alfonso Tres. I love it.
Ariel Alfonso Tres. Ariel the King.
I keep replaying the audio in my brain. Love it.
All right, here we go. Nick, Bubba, John. No Googling. I haven't heard from John. Is John still around?
Yeah, he was the one that chimed in at the last second and said, "Wait a minute."
Oh.
Did Andy Warhol do digital?
Oh, okay.
Digital media. All right. How did Jack Daniel first bottle his whiskey in 1866? You need to look away for just a second. Was it in square bottles, in jugs with cork stoppers, or in mason jars? You may look.
Jack Daniels bottled in 1866.
1866.
With the help of Uncle... Yes, Uncle Nearest. Thank you. Sorry, go ahead. Read the question again.
Oh, yes. How did Jack Daniel first bottle his whiskey with or without Uncle Nearest in 1866? In square bottles, in jugs with cork stoppers, or in mason jars?
I go with jugs and cork stoppers myself. I'm not saying final answer just yet. I want to see if Nick, Bubba, and John can bring anything to the table. I know jugs with cork stoppers was the way to go. One of the very first drive-thrus was at Maker's Mark Distillery. They have a small shed made out of stone where they used to come by with your horse and buggy.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, and get your jug of Maker's Mark back in the day. But back in 1866, Jack Daniels being the very first distillery registered in the United States. Uncle Nearest, what was his first name? That was our trivia question last week, and I can't remember it now. That's what I love about getting old. Every day is new again.
Was it Nathan?
Nathan, yeah, because Nathan Green was his name.
Yes.
Yes.
Jugs and cork stoppers says Nick.
All right.
Jug with cork says Baba.
All right, I'm in.
Alfonso says tick tock, tick tock.
Alfonso is like, we got to get this thing moving, man.
I love it.
I'm going to go jugs and cork stoppers. Final answer.
That is correct.
Oh, thank God. Woo! Well done, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Yeah.
What time got the game?
Oh, I got to read a question now. Here I am enjoying my drink. All right. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Rob, Ariel, Allison, this question is for you. The century-old agave azul tequilana Weber plant is better known as the blank agave plant. Is it the yellow agave plant, the blue agave, or the brown agave?
My guess is blue.
Your guess is blue. Allison is already jumping in with blue agave. The century-old agave azul tequilana Weber plant is better known as the blank agave plant. Yellow, blue, or brown? Rob, Ariel? There's a 17-second delay.
Rob says blue agave. Ariel says blue.
So you all say blue.
Final answer.
Final answer is blue. Well done, ladies and gentlemen. Good job, good job, good job. All right, we're still 2 behind. Come on, Nick, Bubba, John.
All right. You're going to be shamed if you don't get this one right.
Uh-oh, uh-oh. Wouldn't be the first time I've been shamed.
Crown Royal was available in Canada only from 1939 to what year? 1940, 64, or 84? 1940, 1964, or 1984?
Crown Royal was only available in Canada.
From 1939
Okay.
to 1940, 1964, or 1984?
And then it was available for the rest of the world.
I don't know about that.
That's the question. I think it was only available in Canada for those years, and then it was available outside of Canada.
Well, that's available everywhere. No?
Right. It's a famous Canadian whiskey, if not the most famous Canadian whiskey.
No, they didn't put nothing better than that out.
It's Crown Royal or CC.
Posers.
and 40 Creek. 40 Creek whiskey is one of my favorite whiskeys, by the way. I'm going to say 1944 myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1944 after the war, or near the end of the war, I suppose. I go 1944 when Crown Royal was available in the United States. Rob?
That when you came over?
Or, sorry, Nick, Bubba, John? Sorry, did you just say, is that when I came over?
Oh, I didn't
Did
say
you?
that.
Yeah, yeah. I would have no hair left if I got here in 1944. My grandfather was in the war in 1944, though.
I like older men.
Thank you.
64. Rob's guessing 64.
Rob says 64.
Wait a minute, Rob's on my team.
Yeah, he is.
Hush.
Nick, Bubba, John, come on, guys, drop me an answer.
Nick guessed 64.
Okay.
I am not posting Rob's response.
Oh, I can't see it either. Ooh, I need my glasses.
Nick said 64 final answer.
Oh, Nick says final answer on 1964.
That is correct.
Woo! Thank you, Nick. You just saved my butt. All right. Well done, well done. 1964.
Oh, Rob just said, but I'm on the other team. Yeah.
Right,
I know.
right.
That's
why she didn't post it. 1964, Crown Royal.
Oh, Nick said Rob is drunk. Oh, man.
Man.
All right, I'm trading. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's your question. No, you just asked my question. No, it's my question. All right. Rob Husted, Ariel, Allison. What do these... No, I'm not going to ask that question. During Prohibition, the most famous rum runner was known for not cutting his spirits. Therefore, when you got a bottle of this guy's spirits, you knew that it was the real McCoy. Was his name Captain William McCoy, Captain Morgan McCoy, or Jolly Roger McCoy?
I'm going to guess Captain Morgan?
Jolly Roger McCoy. I just saw the trick in this question.
Oh, it's a trick question?
Well, it's not really a trick question. I'm not going to say another word.
Could you repeat the question, please?
The question is, during Prohibition, the most famous rum runner was known for not cutting his spirits. He would bring real rum from the Caribbean, real Canadian whiskey from Canada, and he would bring it down, and on the shores, boats would come out into international waters, where he would load up the boats from the international waters. Therefore, he's safe. And then the boats would run the spirits into the United States shores. And he was known as, because they didn't cut his spirits, he was the real McCoy. Sorry, I dragged that question out into like this lesson.
Uh-huh.
During Prohibition, the most famous rum runner was known for not cutting his spirits. He became known as the real McCoy. Was his name Captain William McCoy, Captain Morgan McCoy, or Jolly Roger McCoy?
Rob says William McCoy, and I'm going to go with him because I believe this is a trick question for dingbats like me who recognize labels and stuff. So, I say final answer.
Final answer on Captain William McCoy?
Uh-huh.
Bill McCoy?
Yeah.
The real McCoy?
Yeah.
Absolutely right. He is the real McCoy. And yeah, I just wrote down Morgan and didn't realize that Captain Morgan was the giveaway, that it clearly wasn't Captain Morgan. He's a pirate, and Jolly Roger McCoy is certainly just a fun answer. Captain William McCoy is the answer. He didn't cut his spirits as the real thing. That's the real McCoy. So if you ever want to know where the real McCoy came from, that's exactly where it was.
Very interesting.
Cool. Well done, Rob.
All right. You know what? We're not doing we got to work on this. The money increments and all those.
Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah.
We had Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Last couple of weeks we did Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But it was just generic millionaire questions. So we're still improving. We're having fun.
We are. We're having fun. This is great. Tales of the Cocktail.
Ooh, I've been there.
Oh dear. Swearing. Love it. Tales of the Cocktail, an annual culinary and cocktail festival that features award-winning mixologists, authors, bartenders, and chefs, is held in blank each summer.
Ooh.
Look away while I give the choices. Look away.
This is our question?
I'm giving it to you, but you have to look away while I give the choices.
I was actually at Tales of the Cocktail with Rob Houston sitting in the front row of my seminar.
Really? You went to this?
Yeah.
Okay. Look away.
Look away. Look away.
Look away.
Because I can see all the answers, but I kind of know what the answer is.
San Francisco, Manhattan, or New Orleans?
San Francisco, Manhattan, or New Orleans. Nick, Bubba, John, come on, hype in. I was actually just talking to Cheryl Charming today, ironically. Yeah, name dropping a little Cheryl Charming. We've been name dropping her a lot.
She's super smart.
She's super smart, and you know, Cheryl Charming not only has all these great trivia questions, but she's also a master of bar tricks and a master magician as well. So we're going to have her on the show in the not too distant future. Looking forward to having her on Behind the Glass with Dean Serneels. Where is Tales of the Cocktail held, everybody? Nick, Bubba, John, what do you got?
It looks unanimous.
Unanimous as New Orleans? New Orleans!
That is correct.
Yeah, that is correct. Absolutely. I did a seminar with Cheryl Charming and Doc Eason. Doc Eason is this famous bar magician. He's been working behind the bar just doing magic. Famous magician, Doc Eason. And so he talked about magic, and then Cheryl talked about trivia and just being a great personality behind the bar. And then, of course, I talked about flair behind the bar. So that was many years ago. You guys are ready for a question?
Mm-hmm.
This is a fun question because here's a funny story. I have a collection of old bar books, right? And I have like this old Savoy book just sitting in my collection. And Tony Abou-Ganim was actually walking through my office one day, and he looked at this collection and he goes, "Oh, you've got an original Savoy book from 1933." I'm like, "I didn't know it was an original." So,
oh wow.
yeah. I'm like sitting on this original Savoy book.
Well, yes,
Yeah,
I do.
of course I do. Thanks, Tony. Holy crap. Yeah. So who wrote the book? Who wrote the original Savoy drink book, the classic book, Savoy drink book in 1933, the Savoy Hotel in London. And if you check out one of my very first episodes of The Mad Mixologist from the early 2020, Tom Dyer and I were on a trip and we stopped at the Savoy. And they gave me a brand new Savoy cocktail book, which I have. So I have the original and the brand new one. So who wrote the original? Was it A, Gary Regan? Was it B, Harry Craddock? Or C, David A. Embry? Who wrote the classic book, the Savoy drink book in 1933? Rob and Ariel, here we go.
No idea. I don't even have a guess.
Was it Gary Regan, Harry Craddock, or David Embry? I was actually behind the bar. I got to go behind the bar at Savoy.
I remember that place.
Yeah.
It was really nice, wasn't it?
It was super nice. Like everybody was in a bow tie and white jackets.
You weren't supposed to be back there, but they let you back there.
Right, yeah, they let me back there, and then I started flaring back there, and they're like, "No, you're gonna get kicked out." And the one bartender was like, "That's so-and-so's shaker," which happens to be the answer here, so I won't share who it was.
Oh,
and he fooled me. I thought I was touching this famous shaker tin.
Ariel says Harry Craddock. Final answer.
Harry Craddock, final answer. Absolutely. Well done, guys. Good job.
Thank you.
That was a good question. Well done, guys. Yeah, I was actually touching some shaker tins, and I was doing a little flair just to be a jerk behind the bar. And one of the bartenders was like, "Hey, that's Harry Craddock's shaker." And I was like, oh.
You should have said, yes, I know I'm Dean Serneels.
Yeah.
I have a shaker tin of my own.
Da-da-da.
It floats.
Yeah, I have a floating shaker tin.
It was his float.
Harry didn't float any
I
shaker
had to
tins.
throw his.
All right, we're 2 questions behind. Where are we at?
I
I don't know what number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions.
So you've done 6?
I've done 6 questions.
So that means we're 12 in.
This is number 12.
This is number 12. All right.
All right.
So that means 12. This is for $125,000.
Ooh, if we were doing millionaire trivia today, this would be a $125,000 question.
What French liqueur made with vodka and cognac was supposed to be launched on September 11th, 2001, but the Twin Tower bombings halted the launch. Well, I thought maybe it was my birthday that halted.
It is your birthday. September 11th is Allison's
I thought
birthday.
maybe that's what halted the launch.
Oh.
But it said the Twin Towers.
Oh.
And then maybe they were like, wait, it's Allison's birthday.
Well, then they would have launched it if it was just your birthday. You know, they would have like, Allison's birthday. We've launched this for Allison's birthday.
I don't think so, because I'm not a big fan of cognac. But whatever.
Vodka and cognac.
But Ryan Clark. Hello, Ryan.
Hey, fellow Canada. Ryan Clark from Las Vegas.
All right, look away. The choices are Hypnotic, Chambord, or Alizé.
I would pick this question, wouldn't I?
Why?
No reason.
Because you drink all of those?
No. You wouldn't know. Whatever.
Maybe I would.
Would you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyone? Crickets.
The year 2000?
Yeah. What French liqueur made with vodka and cognac was supposed to be launched on September 11, 2001, but the Twin Tower bombings halted the launch.
Was it Hypnotic, Alizé, or what was the last one?
Chambord.
Chambord. Well, I'm going to rule out Chambord because that is not vodka and cognac. Chambord is a blackberry liqueur, black raspberry liqueur. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was out long before 2020.
Nick is going with Hypnotic.
All right.
John says Alizé and Hypnotic are both cognac based.
Right. I'm going with Hypnotic myself. It became a big deal for a long time. That was the bartender's handshake in Canada for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
In Canada?
Yeah. People come in and it was just shots of Hypnotic.
No, I don't believe that.
It's a true story.
I don't believe it
True
at all.
story. I'm not proud of it, but it's a true
I
story.
don't believe it. Not at all. There's no way.
Is that your final answer?
Anybody else?
Everybody's kind of.
I'm going Hypnotic final answer.
You are correct.
Boom, yeah. Chugga, chugga, boom, boom.
That's crazy.
All right.
How can that be? I'm just like, how can that be?
All right. So I am out of questions. So I am going to create a question. That was too simple. Let's see what else I got here. Oh, where's name?
Okay, are you ready for your question? Or are you busy?
I am ready with my question.
No, ready for your question.
Yeah. Yeah, so I can read it to you.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. So you're ready for your question.
I'm ready for my question.
Right, the
Yeah.
question that I'm going to read for you.
Right, because you were out of questions.
Right.
But you're making up one.
But I'm going to make up a good question.
All right.
Pilar rum, dark rum and blonde rum. Where is it bottled? Is it bottled in San Francisco? Is it bottled in Alabama? Or is it Atlanta? No, that's not Alabama. Atlanta, Georgia. Alabama. Or is it bottled in Florida? So California, Alabama, or Florida. Where is Pilar rum bottled?
I see 2 Key West. Oh, final answer. Florida.
Oh. Key West is absolutely right, Rob. You said bringing it together. Actually, Rob and Ariel are probably like, Key West is probably in between for both of them. Ariel's down in Cuba.
Too much sugar, said Ryan Clark.
Oh, thanks, Ryan. We're going to move on now. Next question.
All right. What do Cher and Greg Kinnear drink in the 2003 film Stuck on You?
What? Who the hell is Greg Kinnear?
What?
That was a joke.
Your twin.
My twin? Oh, come on.
Your celebrity twin.
Stop. So what do Cher and Greg Kinnear drink in
The film?
The film?
2003 film Stuck on You. When they're Siamese twins and they're stuck together.
Really?
Greg Kinnear and what's his
Cher?
name? No, that was his girlfriend. Or his friend. What was the...
So Greg Kinnear
And Good Will Hunting.
and Good Will Hunting were stuck together.
Yes, they were.
Robin Williams?
No! Will Hunting.
Okay.
Matt Damon.
Okay,
you have to look away so I can read the choices.
Okay, so I'm going to look for a book.
Margaritas, White Russians, or toasted almonds?
Oh, I just thought of a great question.
Do you need to be thinking about the answer to this one?
But I already know the answer to this one.
No, you don't.
You're right.
Because you don't even know who he was stuck to.
So
I'll repeat again. What do Cher and Greg Kinnear drink in the 2003 film Stuck on You?
Was it?
A margarita, a White Russian, or a toasted almond?
I'm going to rule out White Russians because there was another famous movie with White Russians in it. Which leaves us a toasted almond, which is a version of the White Russian.
I've never even heard of that.
So I'm going to go with margarita.
Toasted almonds, question mark?
That was Ryan Clark. Nick, Bubba, John, do you have an answer? I've never seen that movie myself.
It's really funny. It's stupid.
I bet.
Toasted almond, says John.
All right.
Rob says Big Lebowski.
Right, that was the
White Russian.
The White Russian, yes, or the Caucasian, as they say. Yes. In the Big Lebowski, they renamed
the White Canadian.
they renamed it the Caucasian.
Or the Dean Serneels.
That's the White Canadian, not the White Russian. Very different. Very different. Yes, I am Canadian, the invisible immigrant.
Oh no, you've got conflicting things here. I'm guessing toasted almond, says Rob, and Nick says margarita.
Oh. Is Bubba still around?
I haven't heard from Bubba in a while.
Haven't heard from Bubba in a bit.
Uh-oh, did Bubba go away?
Bubba popped.
Oh yeah, Bubba has not been present for a while.
All right. All right, those guys say toasted almond, and I will go toasted almond.
Even though Nick says margarita.
Oh.
So you've got conflicting
apparently I wasn't
here.
paying attention. I don't know. I think toasted almond is just too obscure, but I don't know.
Somebody's gonna call the final answer.
But Nick, margarita is just too simple. I'll go toasted almond.
I'm on the other team. Oh, yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly, Rob. What are you doing?
What did Rob say?
He said toasted almonds.
Oh, then screw Rob. Nick said margaritas.
But Rob's a very smart person.
Rob is a very smart person. So is Nick. Nick's like an executive board member dude.
Right. Tough call.
Let's go with Nick's margarita. Final answer.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Because, we often have people from the other team get confused and answer for the other team.
True.
All right. You got it. You're right.
Well done, Nick. Thank you very much. Rob, I see what you were doing there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You almost got away with it except for my big mouth. Because I read all the comments.
All right.
Wait, let's see here. Wait. I just read that one, right?
Yep.
All right. This is the $1 million question.
This is the $1 million question because you guys are in the lead because we missed a couple of questions. You guys did not miss any questions, which puts you guys in the lead. This is the $1 million question, and I have chosen a very difficult question for Rob and Ariel today. This book is the original 1862 version of the Bon Vivant's Companion, or How to Mix Drinks by Jerry Thomas. It was written in 1862. Harry Johnson came out in 1882 with a book, but then claimed that he had written another book prior to Jerry Thomas's first book. What year did Harry Johnson claim that he had written a book prior to 1862?
Wow, that was a really... could you repeat that?
Is that the longest question ever?
Yes, and is Harry Johnson really his name?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Famous bartender, Harry Johnson, wrote a book about bartending, and it was the first to publish a book about managing a bar and how to train bartenders. That was in 1882. He also claims that he wrote a book in a year prior to 1862 when Jerry Thomas. Yeah, that I just
Trying to do the math here.
Yeah.
Year prior to, after the other one, and then before the second.
Harry Johnson. I can't say that without laughing now. Harry Johnson claims to have written a book prior to Jerry Thomas's 1862 release of the Bon Vivant's Companion. What year did Harry Johnson claim to have written the very first book?
I still don't understand the question. But it's okay.
This is the very first bartending book ever written.
The answer anyway. These other people are going to answer, right?
The guy that Jerry Thomas trained how to bartend claims that he wrote a book before Jerry.
All right. Okay. When? You're saying when?
Yeah, when? What year did he claim to write a book, although there's no evidence of it?
And Harry
Johnson.
Wrote his in 1862.
Yeah, Harry was his middle name.
What was his first?
I don't want to say what his first name was. Hugh.
Ryan said, "I'm on my own team. I win."
Anybody?
Okay, 1860.
1860?
Yeah, that one popped up twice.
Who said 1860?
Well, Ryan said it, and then Rob said it.
Somebody's Googling. It was 1860! Congratulations, guys. Another perfect score for Allison's team. Well done, well done, well done. All right, that's the last time I take a question off of a simple Google search. All right.
Or the last time you asked a question with the name Harry Johnson.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Whoosh. All right, that's 3 straight losses for the Dean Serneels team. Bubba, John, and Nick. Thanks anyway. Love you guys. Thanks for joining us today. We had a lot of fun. Please put your hands together for Allison, who is the unsung hero of today. Not only with Behind the Glass with Dean Serneels at 9 o'clock on Sundays, she produces that entire show and comes in sometime around dinner time and says, "Are you ready, Dean?" And I'm like, "I'm ready," and I'm not, and she has to do the whole thing. So thank you, Allison.
Learning, so apologize for any goof ups.
Don't apologize. You don't need to apologize. You've done an amazing job. Thank you so much. And thanks for everybody for joining in. We'll see you next week. We have Alex Kazam on the show of Behind the Glass with Dean Serneels. But we're pre-recording because Allison and I are going away for the weekend next weekend. Yes, we are. Yeah, we're going to get away. We're going to unplug for a couple of days. We'll be watching live, but we'll still have bartender trivia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still doing DNA trivia live at 10 o'clock next Sunday night. We'll see you then. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate all your time.